you remember how to do this at all?
Just have to start talking, and then someone brings up the topic, and then we start talking about it.
I mean, as per tradition, we start talking about, is this the episode? We're going to have introductions. Someone starts to introduce themselves. They get cut off. We start talking about how we have no real structure here. We'll get to it eventually.
So anyways, hey guys, I know it's been a couple weeks. We had a little bit of a hiatus, but welcome back to the podcast.
We need an introduction theme song.
Bring out the fucking kazoo. Actually, don't bring out the kazoo. That's probably gonna... Yeah, that's bad.
That's actually musically. I think that is part of our beginning, is constantly bringing up that we need a theme song too. I think that is our introduction theme song, is I think we need a theme song.
But since I'm not musically inclined, could we look for other options that isn't music related for an intro?
Like a poetry slam?
What is an option that's not music?
I think that's the topic.
I know, it's weird. That's a question for our creative director.
You know, like poetry, yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah, but like even in poetry slam, you have to snap. So
those are good snaps.
You don't have to snap. Do that. Okay. Thing you could just spoken word it with emphasis.
Poetry's off the table. I can't snap. That one's another.
I can't snap either. Bino, you're a non-snapper?
Yep.
I'm a non-snapper. There are two of us.
I can snap, so you know.
Well, fuck you. Okay?
You're both on your own.
What's funny is I could only do it with my right hand, and I can never really do it with my left. And I was trying to show off to my parents. I'm like, I can't do my left. And
I've lived my entire life as the only non-snapper I've ever known.
I think it's something that manifests out of pure spite, because I couldn't snap at all, and then I learned how to while trying to show people that I didn't know how to. And then, like I said, I learned how to do it with my left by trying to prove to my parents.
Oh, now you can do it with your left. Show off.
I was snapping with both when I did that earlier.
Whoa, what?
That's why it sounded
double
loud.
Snapper? You took my snap?
Do you think there's a finite number of snaps in the universe?
Yes.
Like some people have 2, some people have 1, and some people have 0. But the number of people who have 0 snaps is equal to the number of people who have 2 snaps.
What about Thanos? Did he take more snaps from people?
Well, maybe there's
like snaps out of people's mouths.
Does everyone start with 0 snaps, then go up or down, or do people start with 1 snap or like 2 or 3? I forgot what number I said at the beginning. So like, was he a 0 snapper who took someone's snap and became a 1 snapper?
I don't think this is Highlander. I don't think it's Highlander.
There can only be 1 or 2 of us.
You got to take into consideration, though, that there are some people that are just kind of like inherently born with better snapping ability.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to make it a gender thing, but definitely more moms and grandmas have got the snap down. So I think, girls just know how to do it, because I've been a double snapper. It's just the sass snap. It's just the double.
Can you breed in higher quality snaps then? Is that what you're insinuating here? Like you can select the mates
under her mating profile. we'll guarantee +1 to snapping for my progeny.
It's the first thing you ask for on Tinder.
I fear that being a thing, because one day there will be a generation of children who are at the mercy or lack thereof of some little abuela with a chancla who can just snap it around corners like a bottle cap. You just that is a responsibility.
I feel like there's a lot of children already under the mercy of an abuela with a chancla. Like that's just like that's like 1 billion people in South America.
But like rounding corners and whatnot. There's a video I saw of someone that had like kids running, takes off sandal and just chucks it like up in the air, arcs it, and it still hits this person. I'm like, damn, aimbot.
I was one of those kids that got hit with a shoe from around a corner. And not just around a corner, like across a room, down a hall, banked off of a small support beam, and got hit in the back of the head before I could get in the safety of my bedroom.
She knows the geometry. It's like cool.
I thought you were going to be like, and not just any corner. It was the Washington Monument. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh damn.
Dang, you're in Washington, D.C. and someone threw a chancla around the Washington Monument and hit you. Incredible.
So
that is talent.
It is.
I'm thinking for the theme, it's the sound of bubbling and cracking of frying fish and chips.
Ooh.
Catfish.
So it's like ASMR.
Oh yeah.
But catfish?
Yeah,
So wait.
that's the fish.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
thought that
not
happens
the deceiving people on the internet with.
yeah, that's what I thought he was going. Like the bubbling and cracking was catfishing people. Like it's not actually like what you think it is.
Does it have to specifically be fish? Because
Yes.
I'm not a fan of fish.
Then we can call it ocean meat.
Ocean meat. We have the ocean meats.
I'm okay with that. I like ocean meats, just not fish.
I'm disappointed in you. I'm sorry.
Is this the Arby's logo but with fish?
It's
Is there
a
logo?
legit
It's a
legit
meat.
Arby's.
No, it
They're
is
like,
actually an
"God."
Arby's logo.
Yeah.
Like, they're like ocean meat. It's our new item.
Back when everyone had the whole like chicken craze and everything, instead of just putting out a chicken sandwich, they did this fish sandwich with that slogan.
Did
The
they?
thing that I'm really sad I missed out with Arby's was the curly ring fry vodka.
What?
What? Does this exist?
Yeah, they had a
it
limited
was-
supply of it. So they had curly ring, I think, and then or like
Curly and
fries,
regular
sorry,
fries.
not curly
Oh,
ring.
it was recently.
And then
Ooh.
there was like, well, what was the other one? The other one that's like the plain French fry, and I'm just like, I don't want that. Who wants?
Oh, they had
that one?
two flavors: crinkle fry and curly fry.
Hey,
That-
by the way, you guys just triggered the secret topic. Everybody look at the chat.
Oh shit!
No,
Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew, beautiful.
No,
With a
Are we
blast
talking
of
about
heat
Flamin'
and
Hot?
citrus.
We are now. That's the secret topic. Triggered. There's balloons and shit, but
Triggered.
So there was like, this is very pertinent because there was a day at work today, this week where someone brought in a bag of Cool Ranch Flamin' Hot
by
or
the way,
Flamin'
those are
Hot Cool
delicious.
Ranch.
Those are crack.
They're
Cool
really
Ranch
good,
Flamin'
They're stupid good.
but they reflect a lack of reality to our chips because it is both Flamin' Hot and Cooler Ranch. How do you pick?
Yeah,
You don't.
it's just a mix of the two. It sounds like I like.
It's
Cool
really
Ranch,
good, though.
But I'm not a fan of Flamin'
So
Hot.
yes, I did buy that. Just want to put that out there.
Did
Does
you
it
drink?
taste like it looks, or like how you imagine?
Well, okay, everybody. You know what? Everybody, take a turn. Describe what you think it is. For the chat, there's a bottle of Flaming Hot Mountain Dew. You know what? It's actually in my hand right now, half drunk, half drink. But, and I'll take a sip of this. You guys describe. Go ahead.
Oh no!
What's the
Let's talk
thing?
about it first.
Hold on, what's the thing? Not Mike and Ike's, but what's the other one? Hot
Hot
tamales.
tamales.
Red
I
Hots?
think it tastes like hot tamales.
Mm.
Wait, are Red Hots just the name brand hot tamales?
no, because the Red Hots are the Mike and Ike ones, and the hot tamales are actually a different brand.
Oh wow!
Or which
I
one?
didn't know that.
One of them is
Or hot
has like
tamales is one
cinnamon.
brand.
Yeah,
I
one,
think that's
one is like
the-
cinnamon, and the
that's
other one's
the-
not.
I think that's the Red Hots,
Okay.
and that's the smaller little like sugary, like not the jelly ones, like the. Mike and
Oh,
Ike
it's
Flamin'
more
Hot
like a
ones.
yeah, like a sugary candy, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
keep getting them mixed
That's
up.
what I think
because
I've had.
My brain is not functioning.
I'm
today.
probably
Y'all know
mixing
why.
them up. Whichever one is the spicy Mike and Ike, that's the one I think. I think it's more cinnamon than anything else, but that's my guess.
Yeah, that's where my guess is going too. It's probably like cinnamon, but like a little taste of cayenne, which gives it the spiciness. But they always hide that cayenne spicy with like cinnamon flavor.
Does it burn your lips?
So it does not burn your lips. I would describe it somewhere along the lines of a spicy orange soda or a spicy Baja Blast. It's not bad.
Nope, just doesn't look
I-
yummy to me. It looks like a thing of V8 juice, but not of taste. Like, because V8
Okay.
juice I like tomato juice, but it looks like they took tomato juice and then just dumped sugar in it, which
Or you know what? Spicy Code Red. That's another way to describe it.
Ew, gross,
I was gonna say,
disgusting.
you know what it sounds like? It sounds like a virgin margarita with chili salt already mixed in. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's
all
definitely
melted.
it definitely has the cloyingly sweetness of a Mountain Dew, but it just has little like a cayenne, flavorless heat thing lingering in your mouth a little bit. It's if you're of a lighter complexion, this might be an issue for you. But it tastes nothing like Flaming Hot. If that's what everybody's wondering.
I'm offended. And probably that statement was accurate.
It should be.
I do not like chili salt on watermelon.
I don't like
You
watermelon.
don't like tahine?
No.
Also,
I
I
like
had a
it.
pink pineapple the other day.
How was it?
Tastes like a pineapple.
Yep.
Weird.
I bought something called candy. What was it? Cotton candy grapes.
Oh,
It just
those
tastes
are
like
great.
rotten grapes.
What? No,
Yeah, I didn't
they're
like it.
basically grapes with all the acidity and tartness bred out of them, so they taste like sugar, cotton candy.
Well, I must have gotten bad grapes then.
There's you know what I had for grapes once, actual Welch's grapes.
Are they good?
The texture on them is weird. They're like a very jello-y texture, and they taste like jam or jelly, grape jelly.
Well, that would be fitting for what they use them for.
Yeah, but I was not expecting. I expected them to be juicy because most grapes are kind of juicy and a little bit on the crisp side if they're good. These were actually like biting into a jelly. It was weird.
That sounds like a delightful experience for like a weird person.
So that's the plot twist of the Welch's grape jellies and stuff, is that the jelly is not made from the grapes. The grapes are actually the jelly.
Wow.
Ew.
I would seek out those grapes if that was the case.
My brain can't handle that.
Is it just nature's jelly bean?
Kind of.
So how do you review this? Do you give this a Mountain Dew? What was your number score?
I mean, here's the deal. I don't drink a lot of sugary. I don't drink soda at all, actually.
That's smart.
If I can avoid it at this point, and I did it as a meme. It is better than expected. How about that? I rated a like a 6, maybe even a 7. Like it's a little room temperature right now, but if it was cold and maybe I had some sort of like maybe some tequila or something citrusy, this would be a good an ounce of this plus something like
an ounce of pineapple juice.
Yeah, something to split it, and then some rum, and then some actual real citrus. It would probably be a good, decent cocktail base because I've had spicy cocktails in the past, so I enjoyed that.
Okay, I need a comparison though. What's your top favorite Mountain Dew flavor? If you're giving this a 6 or a 7,
Baja.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I like Baja. I like Baja a lot. I mean, I don't I don't really drink.
What was the black one?
I don't
Blackout.
know.
And it wasn't really black. It was just a really, really
purple,
pigmented purple.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with black.
Which, if it's not much purple in there, it's probably gonna fuck with your poopin.
Which is where you preempted what I was about to say. Is don't confuse it with the black ice flavor, which was a limited run Slurpee flavor that was in the cup. It looked black, but interestingly became a very fluorescent forest green out the other side.
Like when they trace the path of underground rivers? Is that kind of what it would be like?
Almost.
Wow.
Yeah, never in my life have I ever dreaded the words, "Oh my God, hey hun, come look at this," in my entire life.
Did it also act as a laxative?
I would not know. I did not consume such horrible beverage.
Because I feel like that would just be the only way it could really be black ice in name.
That's terrible.
So I guess should we get to the topic of?
Let's get to the real topic, and since we already springed one of the secret topics.
The topic of today is everyday enchantments for everyday clothing.
Let's talk about what this means. Does this mean normal stuff you'd enchant your clothing with to improve your day to day, in this fantasy realm, or what?
Yeah, like stain-proof pants or extra water resistant jacket or something like that.
So everyday clothes, such as casual clothes, not your adventurers, nice leather armor, chainmail armor type of stuff, but what might be worn outside of the adventures.
Yeah,
I would definitely enchant my flaxen shirt with light. So, and especially if I was a medieval road worker, so I don't get clipped by the carriages as they drive past me at disgusting speeds, 12 and 15 miles an hour.
Whoa! Those fucking speed demons. Where are the constables for that?
I know, right? Exactly. Can't even see them coming. They're going so fast.
Jesus.
Probably don't even hear the click clack or anything.
No, you're just digging a latrine or
they probably have aftermarket axles on those
aftermarket axles
on those fucking wagons. And sport the Jesus.
The low rider.
So it's quieter or so it's louder?
No. So they're stronger, so they can take the vibrations better.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Your spine doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, like an adamantium fucking A thorium fucking axle. Jesus.
It's like the whole of the cart just deteriorates in the wilderness, but the axle remains for thousands of years on the forest floor.
Imagine being an archaeologist and like you just see like, wow, it's just all these axles. These not even axles, these fucking thorium rods just everywhere. It's like, huh, weird.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But imagine the trend that everyone needs to get a thorium axle, but no other part of the cart is changed or improved.
Well, that's how you do like what do they call them in they're like the street racing world, like sneakers or something like that, or like undercover cars that look cars that look like beaters, but they're like under the hood, they're like thuggy as fuck.
What are those cars called?
Sleepers.
So would that be the horse is the under the hood, so it looks like a regular horse, but it's not?
No, you hide like certain parts that are like enchanted, like an enchanted fucking fucking spoke or something. Or
what would you enchant the spoke with?
I don't know, like
fireball,
friction reduction or something. Who knows?
I was like, you enchant the horseshoes with sound silencing, sneaks up on
or light-footedness or something like that. I don't know.
Can you have like fingerless gloves of heat resistance so you can tell people it makes you feel cool?
That's
okay.
a good idea.
Okay. Adjunct topic to the current topic. Fucking enchantment-based underground cart racing or wagon racing.
Why underground?
Because you got to keep it hidden. Like the drag races, constables will fuck you up and confiscate your shit.
Where are these races being held? Because I don't imagine there's much room in the city streets for them.
I mean, you could.
The slums aren't patrolled well. Like, your only problem is you got the speed bumps of like the orphan kids.
Well, yeah, but they weren't housing and whatnot wasn't built that far apart from each other. So like the alleyways
that just creates
some places
extreme,
really narrow.
like the extremeness of it. Like,
well, yeah, but only like one cart could fit at a time. So like, are these small carts?
Yeah, well, that's why you bump the other carts.
Well, like F1 racing takes place in Monaco, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, they're doing a F1 this year or next year is in Vegas.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. Think of all the trees they're going to remove from the center of the road. Anyway, like it's totally possible to have your cart racing at 20, maybe 27 miles an hour.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay,
down
that's
the city streets.
Extreme. That's really extreme.
Really crazy. I hope people get out of the way in time when the cart's a mile away.
Yeah, I just feel like it would have to be like the carts would be the size of what was done in like Roman gladiator Colosseum matches, like a chariot, and not like an actual carriage cart. Because if a carriage cart took up the whole lane, you're not going to be able to have them ever pass each other.
What makes it underground, though? Like
the illegality of it.
But what makes it illegal?
Maybe there's laws saying that you shouldn't be enchanting common has shit in your stuff with performance enhancements.
You gotta sell me on it. Maybe each cart represents a dark god of some sort.
Maybe the guild's race.
In like the fantasy realm, the only reason there'd be laws is because like the lord of the land like lost a racing bet and he's like, fuck this, it's illegal.
Fuck this, that modification is illegal. You're no longer allowed to put +1 to your axles, you assholes.
Maybe necromantic, maybe kart racing where the carts are made of bones?
What if the drivers are made of bones?
Yeah, what if the horses are fucking undead?
Spooky.
There you go.
That'd be a banned one. They'd ban the undead horses. Like
you have to find the freshest horse corpses for the most quality mares to tie to your cart.
No, you don't want that fresh ones. You want the old ones where there's no meat slowing them down.
This is a game I can see happening where it's like people just maintain the corpses of dead animals. This is going to be really weird to outsiders listen to resurrect for really good horses on your kart racing.
Ooh, that'd put a lot more benefit to gentle repose as a spell.
That's right.
Yeah, you can also go with the golem approach as well instead of necromantic. Like you make golem horses, and then you hire a taxidermist to clothe the golem horse to look like a horse.
This is the disguise self enchanted on the clothes to make it look like a horse.
I feel like everything we talk about on this show, on our group, is that like completely reasonable within the confines of the universe, and also much more realistic to what would actually be happening in the world, as opposed to like the dark elves hate people on land. No, people will be like having necromancers resurrect horses to do racing. Like this is what's actually going to be happening.
I mean, I feel like necromancy would be a very good commercially viable thing in the farming industry.
I agree.
Like for oxen, if you're not using you're using animals as work animals, there's no need for them to be alive. In fact, having them dead and working is probably more beneficial. You know, till the fields with an undead ox. Fantastic. Don't gotta feed the motherfucker.
They're also like crimes. You know, you don't have to worry about having the druid lawyers present because you just revive the
now you're
person
just
themselves.
taking work out of the druid lawyers thing. That's just fucked up.
I refuse to talk about druid lawyers, despite the fact that I want to continually talk about druid lawyers.
Do you have a bad experience with druid lawyer?
No, I have a bad take on druid lawyers. But I'm not going to talk about it. We're talking about horse necromancy and racing carts.
Well,
it's much more interesting.
To the original topic.
I mean, if they got caught in the underground race, there's going to be the court trials, and then druid lawyers will probably be involved.
That's true. That's true. I guess you would never want. They wouldn't be betting though, because I feel like if betting constitutes a lack of neutrality, which would make the druid lawyers not level up.
Well, the druid lawyers would just tell the horse, "Hey, throw the race."
Talking, but not they're undead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, technically, if we're using, this is all based around necromancy, that falls. I would assume, actually, it would fall outside of the standard realm of the judiciary system because you can't get animal rights involved and you can't really have the druids involved because they're dead. So unless you have a druid who can speak with the dead or there's some kind of cross spell of, speaking with the dead and also speaking with the animals, I don't see how the druids would be able to play in and, they'd be like, hey, undead horse, was your driver cheating? He don't know. He's dead.
The druid multi-classed.
I think it would just become an issue of property rights, though.
Which would be a whole different judicial system. Has
Exactly.
nothing to do with the druids. Because, again, you don't have the animal rights speaking up because it's dead. Once it's dead, it's done. Unless this is going to spur, spawn a whole nother judicial system specifically for the undead.
I was like, there's the live courts and the undead courts.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what rights do the undead have? And then, does that mean that the necromancers are going to end up with a lot of laws slapped on them because they're technically violating the laws of nature anyway by bringing stuff back, but then utilizing what they brought back? Are there going to be undead animal rights activists saying that these, horse racing and chariot racing is the worst? You realize...
I feel like
we keep getting into the court systems of these, the judicial factors, the overall law of the land.
I think what that means.
I think we might actually have to sit down and maybe
write the rules.
dedicate a few podcasts specifically to the laws of this land. And I feel like we're kind of creating something that is either going to be really awesome or might get stolen by other D&D groups.
I was gonna say this just shows Wizard of the Coast doesn't have enough rules on this, obviously.
Well, I don't know. I'm not real 1,000% into D&D lore and its development. So is the judiciary thing fleshed out in the books?
I don't think so.
No, it's just the lawful system, really, lawful good, lawful neutral, but
that's more personalities, though, than it is a tradition.
Yeah, no one really says what lawful is. They're just like, oh, you have to uphold the laws. I don't know what are the laws.
Lawful, I think they actually define it in there as something that you follow, whether it be beliefs, traditions, or laws.
Yeah,
and that's where it differs between good, neutral, or evil.
Back to the clothing thing, though.
Hold on. I do want to point out that I think undead laws would come from labor unions and life insurance companies.
Oh, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Would there even be life insurance companies? I feel like everyone's just throwing their lives away for no reason.
Your insurance would be getting resurrected.
Oh, that's a very wealthy thing to do, though, right?
Yeah.
Lich insurance?
Yes.
They're just ready to throw you into
a... for you, too. You got to pay for that.
And I feel like becoming a lich and joining and having a phylactery made, it's just a default step of being wealthy in this universe. There'd just be liches everywhere.
You have a necromancer on retainer.
Yeah.
And you also have to keep in mind these, like, the D&D universe is essentially an isekai. It's
You
just
need to go into
ultimate-
details about that thought.
Well,
I definitely feel like these podcasts are definitely where we're getting into that isekai realm.
We just took everything in real life and isekai'd it to D&D.
Yup.
Oh, you know what? I would enchant a pair of gloves to like chill any drink I hold. That's what I would do.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But not like freeze it, but make it a very good drinkable, like 35
Yep.
degrees or something like that.
Sounds
Exactly.
amazing.
What if you ordered a hot drink though, and you forget you're wearing the gloves, and you go to drink, lift it up?
Then that's on you.
So you make the gloves reversible. They heat up if you flip them inside out.
Would that just mean then that you're making your hands either hot or cold, depending on which side's out?
Well, they're double-layered gloves. That's fine. It's good.
That would be really amazing. That's a very
That'd be amazing. That
good,
should sell like
good item.
hotcakes.
Yeah. Get or hot or cold cakes, depending on the orientation of the glove.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did not think this through as creative as you guys did. My first thought was, oh my god, I would enchant my clothes so that every time I left the house, all the blacks matched. That way I wouldn't be mismatched off.
Forever black.
Like, yes,
Wait.
the fabric.
I had a thought on the gloves. You know the magical item was it immovable rod or whatever, where you can use it just to place in a spot and it can't be moved? But you make gloves that do that, so when you go for handshakes, you just immovable rod, so they can't try and like pull you in or like
You can't get Trump shaked.
yeah.
They go to pull away, their hand just doesn't move. They're like, "Let go." You're like, "Mm-mm, you're stuck here now, buddy."
I would cast that on people's wheels of their carts during races.
Oh.
You just admitted to cheating.
Got
No,
it.
I'm not the one a part of the team. I'm just doing it for the laughs.
Got it. I think I would have a shirt that puts like, hear me out on this one, like a permanent damage kind of thing within a certain range of you, but it's not enough for people to feel, but it's enough to kill insects. So you have like a bug-proof shirt. So you just can't have mosquitoes or anything like that around you. They just burn to a crisp.
What if I was a mosquito farmer and you rode a horse by my property?
Then that fucking sucks for you.
Kills all my mosquitoes.
Hold on, what's the real product of having the mosquito farm there?
It's farming salmon.
I don't know.
Inconspicuous blood harvesting?
Slowly turning the world into a swamp.
A ring with the ability to speak to my house pet, to tell him to stop shitting in the middle of the damn living room when he's pissed off.
Just take your dog to court. Seriously. The
Dog
lawyer
court.
will speak with
You need a druid lawyer, though.
Courts.
Especially get a druid lawyer.
My roommate keeps shitting in the living room. Won't pay rent. Mine was, so I don't know if D&D Fantasy has this, but the embroidery on shirts, my biggest pet peeve is, because I have a lot of band tees and whatnot, when it fades. So I would just want it enchanted so that it always is perfect and pristine from the day you get it, whatever the embroidery is, and it moves. It's like animated.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Oh my god, especially if you've got like different layered embroidery or even different fabrics, like velvet, make it anti-fuzz, so that like little fuzz balls from other things, pet hair and stuff, just never sticks to it. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Just imagine a cat rubbing against the person. Yeah, so does it prevent the cat hair? Or like the
Yes.
cat? So like if the cat goes to rub against you, does it just like repel the cat away? Just...
No, just the hair and the dander and stuff. It keeps the velvet nice and fuzz free. See, I was thinking, like, the more I thought about this topic, my mind spiraled, and I'm like, imagine, like, if this were, in a modern day realm with these kind of enchantments, like, cosmetic companies and plastic surgery companies would completely go out of business because all you'd be having is people running glamours 24/7.
Oh, I do like the concept of that for modern day, but like since there's no magic, it would be hologram. So you don't dress up or anything. You just have like a hologram emitting
Like a necklace.
peripheral on you.
Oh, extreme catfish.
We would all be our VTubers.
Oh.
Hello, happy fun thing I was obsessed with from the anime Psychopaths.
Just take someone home, you think you get to know them, all of a sudden Becky was Jeff.
How about like a belt or something that has a very low level healing magic that's just constantly going on to help alleviate back pain?
Sold. How much?
I'd have like 6 of them, just so you know. And also, can it? Okay, does it only alleviate back pain, or is it like a full body thing? So, because I'm a klutz and I'm constantly hurting myself, I just need the constant healing going. Is that possible?
I think a full body thing would require a full body enchantment of sorts. But if we're going with individual, I'd say if you want just like a belt for back pain.
Onesie.
Yes,
a onesie of healing.
Onesie. Yes, give me.
On that note, I actually thought of that because here's something you said, the belt. Another one that would just this would sell, especially to parrots, is onesies or baby clothes that grow with the kid up until about the age of 6. So that way you're not constantly buying new clothes all the fucking time.
Wow.
So you're leading into that. I was going down the route of a belt of whipping for parents.
Whoa!
I was like, oh.
No, it was something nice.
I would cast haste, but only on one leg of my pants.
Whoa.
See, can I have a onesie that when I put it on, I always get 10 hours of sleep? Can I just have that onesie in real life?
Oh, onesie of night.
Onesie of night. Oh gosh.
That's what I call my bunny onesie, because anytime I put that on, I am just so snuggling in it, I start to pass out. It's a onesie of night, real life item.
So on the topic of one leg being enchanted, I'm always annoyed that boots need to come in pairs. Why can't I have different enchantments on my boots? Like, I got one for jumping from one foot, and then the other one can be for sure-footedness or something.
Ooh.
And then you just have to fall over for a while until you get used to it.
Well,
No, it wouldn't be that bad.
It's because they imply that specific limb will be empowered by that. So if you're going to sit there and try and jump and use the wrong foot, then you'll suffer greatly.
Well,
yeah, that's how I imagine it worked too. Yeah, you'd have to learn the right shoe.
What if you put the shoes on the wrong foot? Reversible shoes.
Wait, not just reversible, but also you can find where you always know where they are.
Where's my shoe?
How many shoes are you losing?
No.
Listen, when you have multiple pairs,
I have many pairs of shoes,
and you're just really tired, and you just start kicking shoes off, you tend to misplace a few. So I like that idea that you can find them.
Oh,
it's also not for where you're living. It's when you go to a party and you take your shoes off, and then there's all these shoes. You're like, "Where's my shoes?"
Yeah, that way you don't have to touch other people's shoes.
Hold on, there's something that just popped in my head. Can I have a bag enchanted with whatever event I'm thinking of? I can just pull out clothes that are clean and ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
A bag of wardrobe,
like a garment bag that's just
Oh my god!
Always in fashion.
A hamper that no matter what you throw into it just has prestidigitation and just cleans off everything the minute you put something in it.
I like the idea of it being prestidigitation because it doesn't mean the pants are actually clean; they just appear clean. So you're getting these filthy pants that are completely disgusting, but they just look and smell great.
No, prestidigitation does actually clean.
Wow, I thought it was all an illusion.
No.
Well, on that note, instead of a bag of holding, pants of holding.
Oh, I would not just pants, just pockets of holding.
I want the whole. I want the area between the waistline and the end of the leg to be the holding area, so I can stick my legs in them and they stretch infinitely to the other end, and then my feet pop out the other end.
I was thinking more just so I can look thinner.
That's a very superficial reason. A thinning wardrobe.
Wait, so you're saying the whole entire pants, not the pockets, but the pants themselves are?
Yeah, they're holding you. So you could be an overweight person, but then you can fit into them because of the spatial change.
Isn't that the same thing as having like a shirt that changes your appearance almost? Like an illusionary kind of magic?
Well, it wouldn't suck in though. It would just your body would fill the void inside the pants.
Doesn't like magical stuff like fit to you anyways? Is that how that works in the universe?
Yeah.
Listen, if I see anybody, if I see a pair of pants on the floor and then someone come out of them, like in Beetlejuice or something, I will burn those pants.
What's really great about those pants, though, is that you could like defecate in them and it would just float off into the void.
With everything else that you put in there, you're like, oh, where's my wallet? Oh, nope, that's not it.
It's floating with the defecation.
Leg.
Wrong pant leg. Jeez.
No, I'm just imagining just like a Githyanki pirate just sailing around out in the astral plane and then just your turrets.
He just sees these infinitely long human legs and then he just gets hit with feces.
Oh no. Why?
Then of course inevitably they're gonna just blame it on the fucking mind flayers.
Well, I mean, mind flayers are living rent-free in their head.
I would sell to jealous lovers pocket mirrors that have scrying cast upon them so that you could listen into your cheating partner's conversation.
Ooh.
This sounds like something pertaining to personal experience.
No, I'm just saying, I imagine this is a problem in the world of Dungeons and Dragons.
See, it solves two things. It solves the people getting cheated on and the people that find that like their kink.
Find their kink? What?
That went in.
I'm not gonna say the word.
So I was thinking, because this always ends up back in our fantasy court system here. So do we have like consent laws of like my brain just died, so my thought is
two-party recording.
I mean, if there is undead in the living courts and druid lawyers and everything, there has to be consent laws.
But what about like prenups and stuff? So it's like, is something like that admissible?
But the prenups would be magically binded.
Ooh.
It
soul
splits
contracts
literally everything in half magically.
You know, that brings up an interesting point. Like every time I'm in a D&D like campaign and it's like I have to send a page across the land to send a letter, I'm like, don't you guys have series of wizards that transmit data back and forth, like data wizards? Like,
yeah, you could
so many ways.
So the empire or whatever mass governing force just passes a law that says we need to convert all the wizard towers into fucking like
cell towers.
Yeah, whatever towers, whisper towers.
Yeah.
we create a network of them, right? There's so many wizard towers. Let's just go ahead and put a magical crystal on the top that attunes them so we can shoot messages back and forth.
You're gonna have the crazy peasants run to beat it down, saying that the
crazy peasants are going to try to burn down the wizard tower no matter what, right?
Yeah, but they're going to be like, they're talking in my head.
Oh my god, they're installing level 5 wizards.
No, I think the bigger problem is the wizards there are in captivity because they need to hold on to their wish spells. So they're constantly sending out secret messages with their messages to try and get people to help save them and break them out.
But they can only do it in 25 words, so, that's why it's always...
Oh my god, they're Twitter towers.
Are you guys just implying a texting service within D&D?
Yes.
Is that
yes.
all?
Yeah. I was going to say magical SMS.
Yeah.
It's like a scroll that whenever you write into it, it's just whatever it's bound to, it writes on.
Yeah. And you just network all the wizard towers together with like an attunement crystal or something.
You just only need like 5 wizards. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why this would never happen in this fantasy magic world.
Oh, AT and Tiefling. Got it.
Brilliant.
You end up in like a really, really like shitty backwoods area and your messages aren't coming through clear. You're like, sorry, I don't really get tower service out here. You just got to wait till I'm back in town.
Oh, it's not who's your provider, it's who's your patron. Or your patron.
Who's your patron?
Oh my god, what if you, because how does wizard magic work? Is it based on gods? Like clerics and stuff?
No, wizards are based off of studying.
Yes, knowledge.
The warlocks are the gods.
Oh.
Schools and knowledge.
So which university did your wizard go to? Did he learn a different would that be a thing?
I reached level 8 at T-Mobile.
Oh, no.
He's like, oh, my wizard didn't go to a university. He went to
I have cricket.
The city school.
Cricket Wireless is just a series of like goblin and like kobold magicians trying to submit data back and forth.
I learned from the School of DeVry.
Phoenix University is not what you think it is in this land.
The fucking scam.
No, I mean it's a Phoenix, so it's probably a very high-end school.
Oh yeah, right?
No, it's just every time they try to take it down for how corrupt it is, it always comes back.
Exactly.
It's run by goblins.
Phoenix University. Burn us down.
If you're going to stick with the theme of it, basically you don't actually go to school. You just get everything sent as messages or whispers to you in 25. You can only study. Your lesson's only 25 letters or characters or words or less.
Hold it there. I was going to say whispers is a bardic thing.
It's like
Is it messaging?
It's message. Schools. Message is the 25 words. But it's like a level 1 or 2 or something. It's down there.
You could cast it like 30 times a day or something like that. I don't know. I'm not doing any math right now. Anyway, you could use it a lot.
And you can also sell scrolls of it.
Yeah. Is there a limit to the number of scrolls you can use in a day?
Are the scrolls the prepaid plans?
I was just going to say that's your free plan.
Are the scrolls insanely expensive before a semester?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Maybe one of the key components is the mosquitoes. That's why there's the mosquito.
Well, that's how you basically you level up your wizards really fast. Is they just enter into combat with mosquitoes at the mosquito farm, and the mosquitoes end up dying anyway because they only live like a week, and then they get all the experience for the mosquitoes dying.
Yeah, but how much XP does a mosquito really give?
Is XP always an integer?
I don't know. It depends if the world is running on EXP or if it's on like milestones.
So Planck length universe, or is this infinite? I don't know. This is getting complicated. Nonetheless, I think it would be a minimum of 1 XP point. So you would just bulk kill mosquitoes.
Whoa, mosquito farm.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the conversation.
Make millions of them.
Yeah, welcome to the conversation. Exactly. You could just have all the mosquitoes in like a nitrogen chamber and then kill all of them.
Well, then you take it to the next level, and maybe this is how they're bulk leveling their wish wizards.
Oh, brilliant.
Just throwing them in like giant mosquito breeding pits and like
with those clothing that kills off the mosquitoes that we talked about.
Brilliant.
But it's also like self-sustaining because now the wizard has to eat the mosquitoes to survive because we're just not going to bother feeding them. Are we horrible people for thinking of these things?
It's got really dark. I feel like we had this great energy going with them working at T-Mobile and like Cricket Wireless, and now we're talking about massacring mosquitoes for wizard level.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were a fucking wizard mosquito apologist.
Apologist? I am. Yeah. They're important part of the universe.
Is that why you were the first one to pitch the mosquito farm? You want to take care of them?
Yes, exactly.
You have that one mosquito farm that's like, this is a conservation, not for wizard use.
Do you think they would have a children's zoo at the mosquito farm?
A petting zoo session?
Yeah. You just walk into a room and it's just like millions of mosquitoes flying around.
So is it like a petting zoo or a biting zoo?
I think that's really a matter of perspective.
I'm pretty sure it's the biting zoo.
The getting bit zoo.
Mom, I don't like this place.
Why did we come here? Man, only in Nevada.
So how do you keep your mosquitoes clean then? Like, make sure there's no malaria.
Oh, okay. Different question.
Good question. I mean, you would just need to make sure they didn't fly off into a field and eat like a deer or something.
Yeah, but if you got the getting bit zoo, then you're gonna have some diseases going through there.
Well, this is Dungeons and Dragons world. We can make up a crazy rule, like I'd cast cure disease on every patron who visited.
So
you're gonna be operating at a loss.
Yeah, that's right.
So
a large series of clerics.
Here's your paperwork admitting that you're gonna be contracting malaria during your visit. We will clear it.
Wow.
No, they got to drop an insurance retainer.
That's right. Everyone gets a tablet of quinine on their way out.
No, they got to pay for his deposit.
Yeah. Maybe it's like pro bono work for the druids.
Got nothing to do this Sunday. Gonna go clear.
No, I gotta do my internship real
malaria.
quick. As part of the law program, gotta do some pro bono curing.
If that one druid who's just like burned out, he's like, I need a case so badly. I'm so fucking tired of that mosquito farm.
Well, no, they're doing it for the mosquito farm because they want to
hours.
save the mosquitoes as well. They're druids.
I mean,
Every life is sacred to a druid, except when he's hungry.
You really think that every druid is like that? I bet there are druids that are just like fucking mosquitoes.
Well, that would warrant having an opinion, and that makes them not true neutral.
I feel like the urban druids would be more pro mosquito than the rural druids.
The rural druids are like, the fuck do you mean mosquitoes are sacred?
Those assholes bite me all the time. I had to get this shirt of mosquito killing repellent.
As he walks through the woods, he gains experience from all the bugs he's killing.
Just walking. Oh, nice.
It's terrible.
Can I have a mood ring that shows me the mood of whatever I'm pointing at? That's what I want. So I know how to approach a situation.
Is that more for people that just can't read a room? Just like, here, I think you need this.
It's an introvert.
He's pointed at me, and now leave.
That would be like a must-have, like a gift at every bachelor party. Be like, son, trust me. This you're gonna need.
She was so excited about it, you could hear the clapping.
Just walk into a room, be like, "Hey, honey, how's your day? Oh, I'm great. Nope. I'll be back tomorrow."
When you point the ring at her after she says that, it just goes.
But the thing is, though, what if it only works if you Spider-Man point, like the double pointing?
So you're like, hey, you're pissed off.
Oh, no.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It'd have to be a bit more subtle, right? Otherwise, you're never going to get a good mood doing that to people.
I just imagined it was a very...
All the moods are bad when I check.
Everyone's saying, oh god, here comes that guy that finger guns us all the time.
Exactly.
I just imagine some person who walks into like a bar and he just keeps pointing at people. It's like, what's that guy doing? And then the guy who's pointing at everyone, it's like, no one likes me.
He just stands outside, does the finger pointing, reads the room. Everybody's cool. He walks in, he starts doing it. Everyone's just like mood drops. He's like, is it me?
Is it me? Oh, then he has to go to a druid therapist, and they don't really give a shit about anything.
Hold on, is this kind of like real life? Like, do people in a D&D world actually know their charisma levels? Or is it kind of like real life where they just have no idea how unpopular they are?
Oh, that's sad.
May I insight check myself?
I don't think there's any. At least there's never been brought up the topic of checking your own stats.
What if they have reverse psychics? We have psychics that, in our universe, our reality, but their psychics give them like metadata.
It gives them their character sheet.
Next episode.
I would charge per stat. 20
know...
gold pieces for each stat you want to learn.
So that reminds me of, or makes me think of Don Machi, or is it wrong? Bigger Girls in Dungeon, where they have the level up sheets, and whenever they level up, they do like a check, and it's a scroll that lists all of their information of like what their stats are, what their level is, what stuff they've gained. So is it something like that where they get an actual printout, or is it someone making a reading?
It's real bullshit.
Yeah, actually, someone could lie then. They could lie.
Between a 7 and a 9.
Before we get into it, we are at 54 minutes.
Oh.
And it could be a next episode thing.
Yeah, we shouldn't go over an hour.
It's a lot of talking.
So let's cut it and then start the next episode now.
Whoa. You can't tell them that. You can't.
We told them last time they're getting the same information this time.
Can't tell them what. Cut it. No, cut it.